everyone. Welcome. And it is the morning for some of you all. Welcome to the call. I am Jared Ojeda out of Atlanta, Georgia, small city called Riverdale. And man, I'm so excited to see my friends and family from across the country. And I have a feeling it's going to be an international call this morning for some of y'all. And I'm excited. And guys, here's the thing. As you can see my face. I am at work. I am a sergeant in the fire department here in Atlanta, Georgia. And if an emergency pops off, I'm going to have to go save the county. But until then, I'm having fun with my family and friends right here. And when I say family and friends, I really mean it. I see my sister, Janie. Hey, good morning. Welcome to the call. I see some other friends. Mark, welcome to the call. Darlene, welcome. If you are an invited guest, understand this is an invite only call. You didn't see no Facebook posts, you didn't see anything in a newspaper, anything like that. Someone personally had to call up or text you and say, "Hey, there's something exciting. I need you to come see this." So feel very honored. Say thank you to the person who invited you. And I want to tell you something. This is when people think you're probably coming for a presentation. I like to say no, it's a conversation. We're going to have a conversation with some adults. We're going to talk about some things that you like and you're passionate about. We're just going to show you another level of doing it. And I'm excited for you to be part of this conversation today. But this is an interactive conversation. So again, if you're in a position where you can turn your screens on, by all means do that. But I'll tell you one thing that can work is those chats. So if you feel something and you're excited, put it in the chats. We want to know where you're calling in from. I told you I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Go in the chats and let us know exactly where it is that you're calling from. We would like to see who you are, where you're calling in from, and we're going to get started in just a minute. But before we get started, we want to know who's in the room, right? We want to know who's in the room. So I see my friend Philip, oh my goodness, Tampa, Florida. How's the weather? I guarantee it's a lot warmer in Tampa than it is in Riverdale, right? Philip, welcome to the call. I see my friend Sheen. Oh, I've traveled around the world with Sheen. Sheen, welcome to the call. Saint Florida is representing Tampa, St. Petersburg. Wow. Welcome. Did we go
No,
international already? Sherry, we went international already. Norway is in the building. Hello, Tor. Welcome to the call, Barbara from North Carolina. Hello, Dr. Barbara. Welcome to the call, Khan. Welcome to the call from the Twin Cities. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Minnesota is in the building. Courtney, welcome to the call. We finally made to California. Hey, Sherry, welcome to the call. We're so is that England? England is in the building. Yes, welcome to the call. Fiza, I hope I said that correctly. Welcome to the call. Uh, Kenya. Unbelievable. We have Kenya in the building. Welcome to the call. Wow, is that California? Is it Matt? Welcome to the call, Matt. Minnesota, Houston, Norway, Tampa, Bahamas. Welcome to the call. And we're just getting started. We're only, what, 3 minutes into the call, and we're already having an international call. So there's something really excited happening today. If you're an invited guest and you have no idea why you're on the call, do me a favor, just put a one in the chats. If you're inviting someone, shout them out. Let them know. Say, welcome to the call, Matt, Mark. Or if you invited them, let them feel welcomed into this call. We're excited to be here. So again, I have an honor and a privilege today to share and I get so tongue tied. I get so excited to invite up this young lady. But before I do, just a little bit about myself. I am Jared Jade. I'm a sergeant in the fire department here. And my wife and I, we've been married for 23 years. I have two beautiful kids. I've been in this industry running into burning buildings to help complete strangers for 13 years. And although I love it so much, what was happening was I was giving the community my best, but then giving my family the rest. And it wasn't good. My wife would come home, and every time she wanted to do something special, I would always check my bank account first, right? And I would say, "Sorry, I can't do it." She said, "You're away all the time. Where's the money?" Well, it was being bills. And I was looking and praying for something. And I didn't know which form was going to come in until I met a few individuals. And these individuals I have the privilege to literally introduce on this call. They introduced me to a lifestyle that has completely changed a lot, where I was able to live life to the full. I'm able to take my wife and family around the world, and I'm able to actually earn some extra money while doing it. So I just want to ask you a question. I want to know who's on the call this morning. We're looking for fun people. Is there any fun people on this call? put an F in the chat. If you're fun, I like Janie. Janie here went like this. Like, I want some fun people. I want some individuals that when they see an opportunity, they can make a decision. Are you a decision maker? If you're a decision maker, put a D in the chats. Okay, so we got the fun decision makers, and I want to introduce you to this young lady who literally, I have to share this story with you because I get goosebumps every single time I share it. I'm the type of individual, Janie, this is me. When I get up in the morning, before I put my 2 feet on the ground, I put my two hands together and I pray. And I look up and I say, God, first of all, thank you for everything. But then I said, please put the people in my life that's going to help me to live out my full purpose, to help me carry out your will. And I did it the morning in October, and we was in Vegas, and I went to this event, and I met this woman, and immediately I looked up and said, "Thank you, God, for answering my prayers." She has been absolutely phenomenal. She is the mentor I was looking for. She is bridging the gap in generations I mean, just so much. She has made lots of money, but more important than the money that she's made, she loves helping people do the exact thing. She is a ball of fun. She leads from the heart, and that's why so many people follow her. And it is an honor and a privilege to introduce this young lady this morning. Miss Sherry Sharman, would you take over this morning, sis?
Thank you so much, Jared. And I just love your enthusiasm. For anybody that woke up this morning, kind of dragging a little bit, waiting to get their coffee or whatever it is, I'm actually drinking ginger turmeric right now to stay healthy and all of that. But I have to say that I look forward to these Saturday calls because this is an opportunity for all of us to get together and talk about something that could literally change people's lives. And I want to just give you a little backstory about myself. I was introduced to this industry back in 1987. And it's funny because a lot of you on this call weren't even born yet. And at that time, I was a single mom. I'd been a Montessori preschool teacher, and I was having a hard time as a single mom making ends meet. And when I was introduced to this, I was really skeptical. Please don't be like me. Be open. It's just an opportunity for us to spend a little bit of time together and show you something that changed my life. Because I went from being a broke preschool teacher to being able to make a strong 6 and 7 figure income in this industry. And I'm not sharing that. I'm humbly share that with you because by myself, when I was a preschool teacher, there was one person responsible for my income. Building sales team, which is an art and it will teach you how to do this, you can earn so much more money and be able to take care of your family and hang out with your friends. And it's just an amazing opportunity. And I'll tell you more later, but I just wanted to give you a little background on myself. And then I get the pleasure of introducing to you somebody that I not only is a good friend, but he's a family member to me. I mean, I've known him since he was in his early 20s, and I've watched this man grow. And the one thing that I saw, him coming from Minnesota and just the difference between living in California and Minnesota and just the bridge that we were able to build in friendship came from this industry because we work together, we play together, we have so much fun. He is now an amazing husband and father and one of the top reps in this company that you're going to get to learn from and why we're on a call on Saturday. And welcome all the international people. Thank you so much for joining us. And we want to let you know that you really matter to us because we want to all build a worldwide team. So with that, I want to introduce to you, like I said, one of my dearest friends, Muzaffar Naqvi.
Thank you, thank you. Happy Saturday, everybody! And wow, it's already filled with energy. And I know for someone that's brand new and you're on this Zoom and you see Jared in a uniform and excited and smiling, and then you see this lady and you're hearing this information for the first time. Maybe a friend or a family member or a business partner or somebody introduced you and said, "Hey, you just got to see this." And what tends to happen is that people get on the Zoom, their camera's not on, and you're somewhat looking, and sometimes things get in the way. Your phone rings. What I'm going to ask you to do is just for the next 15 to 20 minutes, just be uninterrupted and just be here, be present. You're already on. I know we don't know each other that well, but just laugh at the jokes anyways and act like we're friends, and we'll have a good time. But the lady that just did the introduction, she's been a mentor to me for quite a long time. I was someone that, as she said, I grew up in Minnesota. My dad is actually East African. My mom is Middle Eastern. And I was told my whole life, because my dad worked in a factory and then tried businesses and he failed. And he would tell me that I just need to go to school and get good grades. I need to go to school and get good grades and then get a job with a big company and just do that. And it was one of those things that I heard my whole life. And I got lucky enough to go to university because of a football scholarship. And I had a chance to play in my university. And in my senior year, I tore everything in my right knee, my ACL, MCL, and PCL ligament, all at the same time. And I don't know if as a kid you ever had a dream or as an adult and then it was ever taken away from you. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but one of the toughest things I went through because I wanted to retire my mom. It's the only reason I thought about if I could just get out of this neighborhood that we lived in, because mom and dad made $30,000 a year combined income. Maybe some of you have never experienced that, but I was one of those kids that really was broke. And there's a lot of us that are out there. And so when I got injured, I was told to just finish my degree and go get a job. And I did. And I put my resume together and my best job offer was around $35,000 a year. And a friend of mine called me and he said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And it was a Sunday. And I said, "Nothing." And he was like, I need to show you something. I got to introduce you to this guy. And we're going to go to a meeting. And we went to this office building and I met this guy that was in a suit and I had a Nike sweatshirt on and a Nike, like a Nike hat and hoodie and I was broke. And I meet this guy that is dressed unbelievably. And he said, "Listen, I'm going to show you what I do." And after he showed me a presentation like this, I was blown away. And it was a lot of information. I just said, "So what exactly do you do?" And he goes, "Muzaffar, I work with people, I travel, I have fun, I stay healthy, and I live life." And I said, "I'm in." I don't even need to know the rest. And so today I'm going to show you something similar. It's not that company. That company, if we do comparisons, was like the cassette tape. I'm going to show you streaming. It's going to blow your mind. Like I'm going to show you the what's happening in not just the future, in the present. And we're going to talk about a company called Viago. And I'm going to share this information with you. And maybe somebody told you a little bit already about the company. And maybe they said travel, maybe they said lifestyle, but everybody asks me what I do. The other day, I had an opportunity to go to a golf course and this young man said, "Gosh, what do you do?" And I said, "My partners and I, we've put together a luxury travel and lifestyle membership, and we have a sales team in over 40 countries." And this look in his eyes going, "Well, I like people." Like he was trying to recruit himself, which was funny, and he didn't even know the details. And I'm going to share this information with all of you. But this company is something that's growing at a rapid rate. Obviously, you see more than the United States on. And by the way, this is not the only presentation for this company that's happening today. There are dozens upon dozens upon dozens of them. You just happen to join this one, right? And so I'm honored that you're here. I'm going to share this information with you. And the gentleman that there's a handful of individuals that helped put this together. One of them is a guy that I've known for 9 years, and I'm honored that we had a chance to partner together with this. But he created one of the largest luxury skincare brands in the world. His partner was L'Oreal. They did over $3 billion in revenue. And then I met another guy with a group of really talented people. So it was an individual with a group of people. And together what they did is they built the largest travel club in the world, and some of them are on here today and you're going to get a chance to hear from them. But just in 2016 alone, they did 994 million. And so when we came together about 3-4 years ago, all of us, we started talking about the future. And my business partner, Isaac, and I said, if you guys could do this travel club over again, what would you do differently? And they were like, "Oh my goodness, let us tell you." And we had a notepad and pen and we're writing everything down. And over the last 3 years, we started putting everything together. And it took a couple years. And we finally pre-launched this company in July. And this October, we did an official launch, and it was amazing. And so I'm going to share this information with everyone that's here. But this membership, it's only the beginning, and it already has over 4 to 5 major categories, and it's growing. So the Club Viago membership, I just want you to realize it is luxury. It is exclusive. It is, if you're a visual person like me, it's a Rolls Royce at the price of a Honda. Like, that's what it is. So let's start with travel, because it's something that people want to be a part of. Now, what we believe in is our community that we're creating. See, unlike other people that are looking for data, we're looking to build a community. We're looking to create a global, wealthy community. And we have a membership that's going to partner all of us together that starts with travel, because people do want to travel. And so we partnered with some companies that allowed us to have unlimited wholesale access. So let me just give you an idea. Priceline, Expedia, Booking.com, they have great prices, but that's what's called retail. Those companies have a wholesale price, and then the difference between their wholesale and retail is their profit. We signed a contract for the wholesale. We did not mark it up. We give everybody the wholesale price. That's what separates us from everybody else. So here's an example, right? If you go on to a public website like an Expedia or a Priceline, and you type in Las Vegas and you see Caesar's Palace, and we just put this in, and one of the dates, we just chose a random date and the price was $149. Our website, which becomes your website, your booking portal, the minute you become a member, the minute you become a member of this community, so it's basically getting the membership, we give you this website. It's already ready, like it's yours, and you attach your name to it, because that will create reward points for you. That will create so much more that I'll talk about in a second. But you go in and you search through us, and you'll see the Viago price at 101. That's a 33% savings. You can go to Florida, stay in a beautiful condo, and save over 37%. You can go to Glacier National Park and save over 30%. You can go to the Millennium Hotel, which is beautiful in New York, and this is a 57% savings. Same hotel, same date, just through Club Viago, right? And we did internationally. As you see, there are people from international countries on here, but you can go to Europe, you can go to Asia, you can go to the Middle East, you can go to Africa. You can use this booking portal and travel anywhere you want at any time you want, and save money on hotels and flights and car rentals and cruises and so many different things. I have a family that's really close to me, friends of mine, that are on a cruise right now. And so that's just category one, is your booking portal. We call it an OTA, is the fancy word, an online travel agency. Now, part number two is our escapes. These are curated. I didn't even know what that word meant. They were like, Muzaffar, that's where we design, like we put something together for you. These vacations, so you don't have to do it. And by the way, all the video that you're seeing is us. It's our community. This ain't like footage that we bought. Those are friends of mine, Austin and Whitney, right? Like, I can look at everybody on this video. There's Troy and Jeff. That's our CEO, Isaac, that I was telling you about. Like, this is an actual trip that people have gone on, and it's 4- and 5-star resorts. So here's an example of a trip that just happened. So I'm going to show you some that just happened, and I'm going to show you others that are coming. But this one just happened in Playa del Carmen, 5 days, 4 nights. And everything is included that you see in this bullet points. Round trip airport transfers. That means from the airport to the resort, resort back to the airport. A welcome reception. It's an all-inclusive trip, right? And then there's excursions that are included, which you would have to pay separate, right? A foam party, like a host. Everyone even told me the farewell dinner, Muzaffar, was the most incredible farewell dinner we've ever been a part of. And this, if you normally did it on your own, without flights, would be $1,700. $1,703. But because you're a member of this community, it's $649 for you. But guess what we did? We created something called rewards. These reward points, we put this together for loyalty. That's why we put it together. But then what Isaac said, who's our CEO, is Muzaffar, when people join this community, I want to give them more than they give us. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to give everybody 600 points when they join this membership. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. No, because 1 point equals $1. And every one of these trips, they have a maximum amount of points you can use. This one, you can use 150 of your points for one person. So what if you want to take a significant other or kids? You know how nice it is that you get points and then you can knock this price down to $4.99? Like, friends of mine went on this trip and they were like, Muzaffar, we were sitting in the pool with people that were not with our community, and they spent thousands on this. He said a couple spent $6,000 to be here and we spent $500. He goes, I don't know how everybody doesn't do this. Here's another trip to Bali, Indonesia. There's a Bali trip we have right now on our website for you. It's sold out. I'm sorry. It's kind of like telling people that you can get candy and it's no longer available. Don't worry, we're coming up with another Bali one right now. This one is Dubai. Dubai is absolutely beautiful. And I know some of you are having this itch to correct me right now. It is pronounced Dubai. I'm just saying because my mom is from there, so we kind of learned how to say it. It's an Arabic word. So half my family's there. My cousins are there right now. My aunties, my uncles, everyone's there. Anyways, we go there every year, but we don't get these prices until now. 5 breakfasts, 1 lunch, 4 dinners, a safari is included, which is one of my favorites. And this is $449. Like, do you understand? You just can't get that anywhere. Then there's South Africa trips, Costa Rica, Spain, Italy, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, Turkey. I can't wait to go to Turkey, by the way. So that's our escapes, our reward escapes. Category number 3 is a telemedicine. I actually just had to use this for my daughter. She had 102.5 degree temperature. She was shaking. She was in pain. I had to take her out of school. My wife was like, take her to urgent care. My daughter was crying. I'm like, guys, everybody relax. No, I'm not going to do that. I need to get my baby home. I called telemed. They said, don't worry about going to urgent care. You're fine. A doctor walked me through everything I needed to do. And it saved me getting my daughter in a not bad situation, but it's really uncomfortable when you're sick to be sitting there and waiting when all you want to do is get in bed and you're a little kid. And I didn't have to pay the copay. I mean, even though I would, it's my daughter, but I didn't have to because the doctor told me everything I needed to do. It's available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Like, it's unbelievable. It's one of my favorite parts of this membership, and it's included. And then we've got discount medical insurance and supplemental insurance. And what I mean by discount, imagine the same premiums you're paying now, but at a discount. Like, it just made sense to me. Category number 4 is access to 1 million retailers around the world. What does this mean? Best way I can explain it is when I was a kid, my friend Armando got a job at Foot Locker. And I remember going, hey, you got the hookup? And he was like, I got you, Muzaffar. And we would get a discount on shoes. Have you ever had a friend that worked at the movie theater and they got you in the movies? That's what this is, except you have 1 million friends. Okay, you don't really have them, but because you're part of this community, you do. And you'll get discounts on movie theaters, going to Disney, SeaWorld, Broadway shows, buying stuff from Kenneth Cole and Petco. Do any of you have pets? Imagine saving money on what you need for your pets. Postmates, like, obviously, I don't have all 1 million up here, but there's over 1 million. I try to make it as universal, like a broad spectrum. And then over 80,000 events and shows. Like, my wife and I went to a comedy show and saved money. A friend of mine went to a U2 concert and he wanted a floor seat and it was $2,400 because of our membership. He only paid $600. The last is our marketplace. Now, we have our own marketplace where we have specific products from nutrition to skincare, and there are other categories coming that you will never have to pay retail prices. And those travel points we give you, they're actually called Viago points. You can use them for travel, or you can use them towards product purchase in this marketplace. So let's recap. A discount booking engine, VIP escapes, unique experiences, a telemedicine program, daily member savings, and the best pricing in our marketplace. And the minute you become a member, we give you 600 travel and product. So they're called Viago points for you to use immediately. Not like when you become a member of American Express, you don't get the rewards until after you spend $5,000. That's not us. But there is a cost to the membership. And the minute you join, we give you more than you give us. So the membership's only $450. And imagine all you did was take that, put it into a savings account, and we gave you more. Like if you really think about it like that, because we give you 600 points immediately, and 1 point equals $1. So every month after that, because that's a one-time start, it's $99 for this membership every month after. But remember our motto, we give you more than you give us. So every month you do 99, we give you 100. And people go, Mazafar, that's only $1 more. I'm like, but it's more. Like, it's more. And then I'm not done yet. Loyalty. Let me ask you a question. How many of you have a subscription right now? And everybody that I know does. Because if you have a cell phone, that's like a subscription. If you go to a gym, that's a subscription. If you have Apple Care or whatever, that's a subscription. If you have any software like Microsoft Office, they don't let you buy it. You're on a subscription. Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, subscription. What do they give you after 12 months of being loyal to them? Don't worry, I'll help you. It's called another bill. With us, after 12 months of being loyal, we give you a gift. It's either a vacation or it's an extra 1,000 Viago points. Now, let me just keep this really simple. That is our membership. Some people just want our membership and they want to be a customer. Other people go, everyone I know would want this. That's how I thought. And look, in today's world, if you market something and you refer people, don't you want to earn an income? Influencers do it all day long. If they put their name on your brand, they want to earn an income. Well, that's what we give you without you even having to ask for it. All you have to do is become an ambassador. Becoming an ambassador, we've kept it so simple. It's $49. It's like the cost of a lunch or dinner nowadays. And you can have and be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Look at the community. Everyone's here to help you. We do this presentation 3 times a week to help you get new members as customers for you, or even help you build a business. So it's $49 one time. And then every year to maintain your business, it's $99 once a year. All right. So let's talk about how we earn an income. There's 5 different ways. I'm not going to go through all 5. Right? I'm going to keep it simple today. We have videos that go through all 5. We have a video that's 10 minutes long that gives you an overview of all 5. Then there's a video that's an hour long that breaks everything down. Like, we have it all. We have everything for you. So let's just start with number 1 and number 2. Number 1 is when you refer people. I guarantee you that some of you are thinking of somebody that you would love to travel with right now, or somebody that could use the telemedicine, or people that buy stuff. Everybody loves to shop. Guys, everybody does. It's people just hate being sold, but they want to buy things. Like, my favorite is when people see this and they go, gosh, this just seems too good to be true. That's actually my favorite compliment. Some people take it the wrong way. I take it as a compliment because that means that we did our job. And the best thing is the membership is still developing. We're doing a major event in Dallas, Texas next month. And I think we're going to be very close to launching a couple more additions to this membership. Like, I'm so excited. But as it is right now, every one of you know people that would love this, like mom, dad, uncle, auntie, brother, cousin, sister, niece, nephew, neighbor, grandma, grandpa. And if you don't talk to them, I promise you, somebody will. Somebody's going to introduce them to Viago. Why not you? Because everyone that becomes a member, you earn $100. So if you introduce 2 people, it's 200. 5 people, it's 500. 6 people, it's 600. Why 6, Mazafar? Because guess what? We have something special for you. 6 referrals and your membership is free. And I know that that's going to take us a second to sink in. You refer 6 people, mom, dad, uncle, auntie, brother, cousin, 6 people, and they become members. You made $600. But then every month, as long as they stay a member, your $99 is free. Free. What if Netflix did that? What if they said, refer 6 people to Netflix and you'll never have to do that? What if T-Mobile and AT&T and Verizon did that? Hey, refer 6 people to Verizon, you won't have to pay your cell phone bill. Do you know what would happen? It would be bananas, just so you all know. It would start to look like this because then everybody would go, I want my 6. So then I don't have to pay. And then they'd be like, I want my 6. Well, let's talk about how that works. Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. How do you make money while you're sleeping? Well, you're a business owner. That means that you have a team. It means you're not the only person responsible for your income. And I'm going to share something with you, ladies and gentlemen. That means that you're going to introduce other people. And when you look at this part, sometimes this can be a little bit confusing. And so today's Saturday, so I'm going to mix things up a bit just to have a little fun. And I'm going to share this with you because I rarely do it like this, but I'm going to do it today, right? So this right here is you. And if you were to introduce the guy that was our host, I don't know if you know a firefighter, but if you were to introduce Jared, and Jared introduced Sherry, and Sherry introduced Kathy, and Kathy introduced Jocelyn, and Jocelyn introduced Shar. You can't miss Shar. She has pink hair. She's amazing. She's a friend of mine. But let's say all you did was introduce one person and it went like this. You would still have 5 people on your team. And then what happens is you introduce this wonderful couple, Janie and Raymond. I know you don't know who they are, but they're friends of mine. And then they introduce this lady named Angie. And then Angie introduces this guy that's from Chicago that now lives in Florida named KP. And KP introduces this guy named Jessid that lives in Switzerland. He just texted me this morning. He's doing a presentation right now, by the way. And Jessid introduces a lady named Sandra. Okay, so here you go. 5 left, 5 right. And you only brought this one and sorry, Raymond, and this right here, right? So you brought 2 people and it's turned into 5-5. You are earning $50 a month. And right now you're going, Mazafar, that's not a lot of money, but you only brought 2 people. Even if you brought 5 and 5 yourself, think about the first way you get paid, you would have made $1,000. But in this scenario, you made $200. And now you're earning $50 every single month. Now, let's go on because what do you think Jared's going to want to do? He's going to say, Mazafar, I want my 6 because I don't want to have to pay the $99 every month. Sherry already got her 6 her first day. Kathy got her 6 in her first week. Jocelyn, like I'm just telling you guys right now, if you look at this right here means that you have 30 and 30. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves, but that's what it means. If everybody goes, I just don't want to pay my membership dues. So let's keep it that simple. Then what happens is that we pay you more as your team grows. So you right here, when you have 5 left, 5 right, and everybody's keeping their membership, that's an extra $50 a month for you every month. When your team gets to 10 left, 10 right, and everybody's on the membership, you're earning $200 a month. And this is US dollars. I know we have international people on. 25, you are at $500 a month. Okay, and then 50, this is where the magic starts. You're at $1,000 a month. This right here is $12,000 a year. And it's guaranteed as long as everybody is on the membership. Now, it continues when the team goes to 100. I have a really beautiful couple named Josh and Kia that just finished this last month. And that's an extra $2,000 a month for them, residual income. What would your life be like if in 2025, you were earning an extra $2,000 a month every month? What would you do with it? 250 is an extra $5,000 a month. 500 is an extra $10,000 a month. Why do I say extra? Because a lot of people have a job in a career. So this becomes extra. 1,000, that's an extra $20,000 a month. You know, oh man, that's a lot of zeros. Sorry, got ahead of myself. But do you know why I'm saying extra? Because it's only the second way we get paid. There's still 3 other ways. And this is every month. And then when it's 2000, it's $36,000 a month. Gosh, this is $432,000 a year. And then we opened it up to 5,000, 5,000. This, ladies and gentlemen, is 85,000 a month. Yes, that's the million a year. 1 mil. Y'all know that's million. I'm not going to guarantee that just because you join us, that this will happen for you. Just like if you go to a gym, they're not going to guarantee because you get the membership, muscles will be attached to your body tomorrow. Just like when you get on a dating app, they're not going to guarantee that you will be at the altar the following Tuesday with a spouse. Like, let's just be real. It just because you join, it doesn't guarantee success. But you have to introduce people. Some will say yes, some will say no, but we will teach you how to do this and we will help present this business for you. But ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to understand that there's a lot of people on here that we are helping every single day build this business. So what I want to do is I want to share a few people with you because they've done this. They've introduced a few, who have introduced a few, who have introduced a few, and their teams have grown, right? And the reason why everybody is joining this call is because we have a whole training program in place where we train people. And today we're going to do a little getting started afterwards. But the point is we have an online training program and then we have our live trainings. And some of these individuals that I want to introduce you to help us with the trainings, but they all started just like you with them. Like they all started with them, with 0 people on their team. And I'm really excited to get to introduce a couple of people. I've asked this couple who, when we talked about the trips, and I'm getting a new slide put together, but they started doing their own trips. And I hope they mentioned something about it where they give back to people that are less fortunate in third world countries by building schools. They're some of the best humans that I've met. I've fallen in love with these two. They're a great couple. They have a great family. And I would love for, have you ever thought about people that you go, well, they're already making big money. Why would they do this? They're already successful. That's this couple. They were them. Like they were them. They were the people that lived on the other side of the city, like in the nice area. And I'm so honored that they're a part of our community. And Raymond and Janie, we would love for you to share your story.
Yeah, happy to, Musafer. Thanks for having us on. And Raymond and Janie Braun from San Antonio. I actually saw this many years ago from one of my business partners by way of background. I spent the bulk of my career with a firm called Coopers & Lybrand. I was a partner there in the Austin office, one of the largest CPA firms in the world. I ran our business transaction group over there and then left to run a publicly traded company, retired at 45, and frankly got bored to death. So I started one of my own companies and started another one. When I saw this from one of my business partners many years ago now, I just got very, very excited about it because I just kept thinking as I was watching what you saw today, I just kept thinking with all that background and experience, oh my gosh, in the largest, most fun industry in the world, which is travel, they're doing something so unique and revolutionary. It's going to change that industry. And that's the reason why I got started. It was really because I just saw something that I just knew was going to blow up in a big way. And I wanted to be part of it. And so I didn't have much time because I really wasn't, at the time, I wasn't interested in doing anything else because I had those other businesses and I was overwhelmed growing those businesses. But I just put in very consistently a few hours a week, and within 1 year was able to walk away or have my wife walk away from her. She'd been with AT&T in management there for, 31 years at the time. And I'll let her kind of tell you what happened after that.
Well, real quick, I'll just tell you, after 31 years, I walked away because in 1 year he replaced my 6-figure income. And that's what got me to retire 10 years early. But when I saw this, Musafer, I saw the people part of it. I fell in love with the people. People were positive. They were smiling. They were having fun. And I needed that. I wanted that. We'd been together for so long, but I don't know how many of y'all know couples like us that we'd really never been together because all we did was work. And so I finally gave in and got started with him. And we got involved with a foundation because of this travel club called Hug It Forward, where we build schools in Guatemala. And we do that every year. We take a group of people with us. You're welcome to come with us. We're going in March, and we give back. But what we found is while we think we're giving, they're giving us more than we could have ever expected. Those kids that we help have a school to go learn. It's absolutely amazing. So we just thank God that somebody shared this with Raymond and he said yes. And he didn't listen to his wife that said, get out. And here we are, 16 years in this industry, multiple millions of dollars, but more important than that, just friends that will be with us for a lifetime. So thank you for having us.
Thank you. I really appreciate you guys and love what you do. And ladies and gentlemen, I mean, there's the beautiful trips that we have, and they take them, and they've gone to, like, I think they were in Italy. They were in so many different places. And outside of that, they designed this one trip every year to go build schools for children. Like, it's absolutely amazing. The next person I want to go to is, I think he's out in Florida. And, you know, he was from Chicago, and KP Phipps and I have become really good friends. But seeing what he's done and the team that he's built has been amazing. KP, would you share your story, my friend?
What's going on, Muzaffar?
Hey, brother.
So I would be hoping to be in Florida, but I'm in Chicago and it's snow on the ground.
Wow.
Yeah. So hello, everybody. My name is Kelvin Phipps. My background is actually in law enforcement and real estate. So I actually saw this 14 years ago from my wife. I am the person who says no to absolutely everything. She's the person that says yes. But when I saw it, it was simple like this because I had two experiences that made it a definite for me. One was my coworkers that sent me to Vegas over 18 years ago. And I sat there thinking I was going to buy a second home, and I went to a timeshare presentation. And after an 8-hour hostage situation, I was out of $10,000 plus, and I never used it or slept in it. And for me, meeting some of the people later who kind of talked to us about this community, I saw that everybody could come. There was no barrier to it. The other was working at the sheriff's department. I see people in and out of the system that they do this for a long time. And one of the things I realized is that it is from a lack of exposure. So when we understood that we can create a community, have other people had that exposure, I was totally in on it. So we started to just lock in with a lot of our mentors, learn how this works, not only just in the membership side, but the business. And this was able, after 3.5 years, to outpace my pension as a sheriff. And I've been going from that for over 11 years now. So outside of this real estate, and after COVID, meeting Muzaffar and the rest of the family here, and having this vision of what we can create post-COVID, was excited about the idea of Viago. So just this year alone, we've been on an 8-day cruise at the beginning of the year. We've been to Dubai right after. We've been to Panama, and just got back with 400 other people in Mexico. So, you know, we're excited about 2025. So we're happy to share it. Thanks for having me on.
Appreciate it, KP. Thank you, man. And thank you for your leadership, and absolutely amazing. And the last person I want you guys to hear from is from my neck of the woods, Minnesota. And this young lady and I actually met over 20 plus years ago. And then we went in different directions business wise, and come back together, and to see what she's done and the business she's built and has been amazing. So Angie Cuff, I would love it if you could share your story, please.
I certainly can. Good afternoon, everyone. If it is afternoon in your area of the world, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I got introduced to this profession when I was 19 years old. I'm from a small town in Minnesota, like Muzaffar had mentioned. And when I saw this, probably the best way to describe my life was overworked and underpaid. I had been overpromised and underdelivered. I worked at a mall in retail, making minimum wage. And so when I saw this business, you know, I fell in love with it. I loved the idea that they said it didn't matter where you came from. It was all about where you wanted to go. And if you were teachable and trainable and willing to go to work, they said that anything was possible. And so I plugged into their training platform. Fast forward, we've made millions of dollars in the profession. We've been on hundreds and hundreds of vacations all over the world. In fact, one of my most favorite vacations was one of the ones Muzaffar that you just talked about was in Playa del Carmen. Like KP mentioned, there were over 400 of us there. And, you know, we landed, there were people there standing with signs with our names on them. They picked us up in luxury, transportation, escorted us to our resort. It was a 4-diamond property. We had private check-ins. We didn't have to stand in line with everybody else that was there. We had our own private check-ins. They greeted us with cocktails and appetizers. It was all inclusive. It was top shelf alcohol. There were 10 different restaurants. They included a 4-hour luxury catamaran excursion that was also all inclusive. They threw a beautiful farewell dinner party for us right on the beach with piano music. I mean, it was magical. And that entire trip, was $499. It was crazy. I just figured it was more expensive to stay at home than be in Mexico on that vacation. So, and outside of that, this business has allowed us to be full-time stay-at-home parents because of the time freedom that it is offered. And I think that's probably better than any paycheck will ever mean. So thanks so much. Thanks, Viago.
Oh, I appreciate it. And the picture you created for the trip was awesome. And it doesn't make you want to go out, like you go, I want to go, like I want to go tomorrow. But that's what this is. And this community is growing and the trips are real. And so many people are planning the next one and the next one and the next one. So I just want to keep it really simple because everyone's saying, okay, I get it. How do I get started? So what do I do right now? All right, so let's keep it simple and go. Getting started is what? It's the membership. And then if you want to build a business with us, which most people do, it's the $49. So you add them together and it's $499. You'll get your 600 points immediately. And then every month, the membership's $99, unless in your first month, you go and get 6. Like, it's just that simple. And if you're going, how do I do that? We'll show you that here today in a few minutes. But the timing of what we're doing is your friend introduced you, right? And this right here is you. When you say yes, you go, great. What happens? Well, you're a part of their team and we're going to help you build your team. But guess what's even better than that? Anyone that your friend introduces will start to go on your team as well, because we only build 2 teams and everyone tends to bring more than 2 people. And so there is another scenario though, because it's nice when your team grows. But there are some people that go, I need to think about it. And they can hang out as long as they want to. But I promise your friend is going to continue introducing people. And then when you finally go, I'm ready, we can't insert you above anybody. You have to go in the next available spot. And it's just how the business is. First come, first serve. We don't play favorites. The early bird gets the worm, all of that. But you will miss out. You will miss out on people that could have gone on your team. And so what I want you to know is the person that introduced you is going to ask you, what did you like most? And you're going to let them know. But I was really fortunate because years ago, when I said yes, I went to a training and I didn't meet her. I actually saw her on stage. Like there was a big line. And by the time I was even getting close, she had to eat. And so she didn't say no. I think her security people took her away. But the point is it took me a couple of years of working and producing before I actually met her. And then she took me under her wing and helped create a lot of success and a lot of development in me. And I'm really excited because when we started Viago, I called her and she was retired. She's done really well financially. And Sherry, I would love for you to tell everybody why you came out of retirement, why Viago, why this community. And I know some of you may be nervous and scared to call people that you respect. Do it anyways, because I'm now honored to call her a business partner again. She was always family, but to have her back as a business partner is a dream come true. So Sherry, I'll turn it over to you.
Well, thank you, Muzaffar. And my gosh, those testimonials were so powerful. I just, the biggest reason that I came back into the industry is because of this community. The people that you see on here, you heard from a handful of people, so far, but when you get to see the whole group and how everyone synergistically work together to help each other, and I can't wait to go on my first escape. And Alex and my husband and I are planning on going to Dubai, and we are looking forward to you coming and traveling the world with us. Both of us are in our 70s, and you think at this time of our lives, most people want to be traveling. I love the fact to see so many young people being able to do this, because the main reason people don't travel is because they don't have the finances to be able to do it. I've been to Dubai twice, and each time was between $3,000 and $5,000 for those trips. To see the type of discounts that you get, and you can save money, and you can take your family. That honestly, Muzaffar, that was a huge thing for me, because I've got two beautiful grandchildren that I'm like, I want to take them on these trips. I want them to be able to, see the world. And for any of you that are on here, if you're worried about if you can do it, this is something I've always said my entire career, over 35 years in this industry, is that you can actually earn while you learn. Being a preschool teacher, that was the thing that I loved about being a teacher, is teaching the basics. You're going to learn the basics. In fact, you have an opportunity, if you want to stay on and learn how to have a fast start in this business, from somebody who creates fast starts for people all over the world. And I'm so excited for you guys to learn. Take a few extra minutes, learn how to get a fast start with this, because that'll make the difference. We've got 10 days left of 2024. Think about that. 10 days. You can make a huge difference in the next 10 days and start 2025 with a boom. I mean, it's gonna be where it gets out of control, in the sense of people getting involved in your business. You'll meet people that you never would have met because of this business, because friends will be bringing in friends and family, and all of a sudden, through social media, which Angie, I mean, you are a queen at social media. You need to teach me on how you use these trips to be able to advertise your business. It's what a wonderful way to do that. So Muzaffar, I know that we've got a lot of great people on here and some guests. And if you can't stay on, please get back with the person who invited you on this call, and be an A. It's an ace. It's like, be that person that's ready to get started and earn while you're learning. And Muzaffar, I know there's no one better to teach them how to get a fast start. I've watched you do it dozens and dozens of times in the last couple of days, and just how you can take something that seems complicated and simplify it for people to understand. And I want to turn the call back to you.
I appreciate it. And we'll just take a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. It's Saturday, and I know everybody's going into a holiday season, and everybody's religious beliefs are different. And so I'll take just a couple minutes to help you get through this getting started process. So we'll go here, and there's nothing wrong with your screen. That's a bunch of blue dots for my marker. So don't worry about that. This is what we'll do, right? So let's talk about getting started. Getting started in Viago is really simple, really simple. Step number one to getting started is exactly what you might think. It's to get started. Listen, you cannot finish a race that you haven't started. You cannot. And so this is where some people go, well, I'll get my paycheck next week, or, I have Christmas coming up, so I'll start after Christmas, or I'll start at this point. And I want you to understand something, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that there is some truth to timing. What I showed you, why wait? So one of the things that happened when I started in this profession, and the lady that you hear from, that you just heard from, she said, Muzaffar, look, you really need to read a book that's going to change your life. And it's called Think and Grow Rich. And so this is the book right here. And inside of this book, it's a 20-year study on the differences between people that have created massive success and people that were broke. And I'm sitting there going, wow, they wrote a book about people like me, and I was on the broke side. And so but I never found out about the successful people. And you know what's wild, Sherry, is this is the actual first book that I bought in 1996. And so this is the best, if you guys can see that, it's the best $7.50 that I ever spent in my life. It's mangled. I have a lot of these newer copies. But one thing I learned in this book was when they talked about successful people, they said they did three things. Number one is they used OPI. and this is other people's ideas. And I thought for a second, and I said, well, I did that, but I got in trouble for it because in school, when I used other people's ideas, it was called cheating. And I got reprimanded for that one, right? But in the real world, everybody does it. Like, think about all the hamburger places. Think about how many different cell phone companies. Think about Netflix and Hulu and Peacock. Like, they all use each other's ideas. So the great thing is you have Viago. It's somebody else's idea. This industry is somebody else's idea. Building sales teams is somebody else's idea. So you're already checkmarked. Good job, right? You've already done that. Next is OPE, which is other people's efforts. I was taught if you want something done right, do it yourself. Successful people were taught to build a team. That's where Sherry said that she was the only person responsible for her income as a preschool teacher. You know, you look at anybody that you meet, I'm willing to bet that 8 or 9 out of 10 people that you know, if they work, they make money. If they don't work themselves, they don't make money. And that's the beauty of building a team, ladies and gentlemen, which we will teach you how to do. And then number 3 is OPM, which is other people's money. If you were to open a business today, let's just say a restaurant, you're not going to sit there and say, well, let me save $500,000. And when I do, I'll open a restaurant. Because if you do that, you're literally going to die, unfortunately, with most people waiting to save up 500 grand. Most people, because I was making $3,000 a month. If I put $500 a month away to a $500,000 goal, I would probably die before that goal came true. My point is, most people take out a loan and they use other people's money to start their business. This is not $500,000. You're talking about $499,000. Now, I know that for some people, that could be a bit of a challenge with the holidays coming up and things happening. Why not use success principles? Use other people's money. For some people, it is a credit card. For some people, there are apps out there like Chime, and I'm not promoting anybody, but I'm giving you an example that will literally give you $500 today, like today, like today. Like, you don't have to wait. It gets deposited to you today. That will allow you to start your business. Because if you did a restaurant at $500,000 as a bank loan, for example, and you open the restaurant, when the customers come in, you would take your profit money and you would pay back the loan. There's no difference. If you use a credit card or Chime to start your business, and then you go out and get you made $600 from Viago, you use somebody else's money to start your business, and nothing came out of your pocket. So step 1 is to get started. Step 2, ladies and gentlemen, just keeping this really, really simple, right? Because all we want to do is we want to help you get a win immediately. So we want you to be qualified. So we want you to be what's called qualified. And that means that we want you to have at least 1 ambassador left and 1 ambassador right. That's 2 people. How do we help you do this? You make a list. And I'm telling you right now, don't prejudge anybody. I called Sherry yesterday and I said, Sherry, I'm making a new list. She goes, I think she was thinking in her head like I was crazy. But I made a new list literally yesterday. I went through my Facebook and I was like, how come I haven't done this in a while? But here's a new list, right? And I'm right now at, and I don't want to give away people's names, but I'm at number 99 just from yesterday, making a new list from yesterday till today. This is my 3 pages, by the way, just so you guys know. That's just yesterday and today. Now, I write it down on paper, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them a quick message, whether it is through text or I am going to call them. Now, this is where the fear happens for most people, is you don't know what to say and people start to get weird. And so I just want to tell you that you want to work on getting good at inviting. This is what you want to work on right now. If you want to get good at something, just get good at inviting. We will help you present this business. Raymond and Janie do presentations all the time. Angie Cuff does presentations all the time. KP does presentations all the time. There's so many people on the Zoom that do presentations. My friend Henry, that's from Africa, is on here right now, does presentations all the time. Like, so many people. Shar, she just got done doing a training on how great this membership is. Like, there's so many presentations. What you have to get good at, and we will teach you, is inviting. And you have to realize you're going to hear yes and you're going to hear no. No is simple. You're going to get kicked in the shin. I think of playing soccer as a kid, and I got kicked in the shin. And what happens is that either I cry and sit down and never play soccer again, or you get up and keep playing. And here, you're going to have to make that decision yourself when you hear no. When you get kicked in the shin, are you going to get up and keep playing? Because it's going to happen. Nobody's going to build a perfect business. Not even Raymond and Janie that seem like the perfect couple. They're not going to, I love you guys, I really do, but they're not going to build a perfect business. I guarantee you they've heard no so many times. So we're going to help you invite. So if you sent somebody a message today and just said, hey, Julie, hey, John, like my friends, I don't say, hey, my friends, I send them a text message going, what's good? Like that's me. It's not proper English, but that's what I text. So you want to do your normal language with people and you say, listen, I found something that's important to me. I found something that's important to me. Important. Important is a key. Just worry about the keywords. Important to me. I found something that's important to me. I need 30 minutes of your time. It would mean the world to me. Are you available today or tomorrow? And then guess what? They're going to text you back going, what is it? And that's where you get fumbled. And your magical text, ready, everybody? Too much to text. It's too much to text. I'm not going to text you 30 minutes, my friend. It's too much to text. I need 25 to 30 minutes of your time. It would mean the world to me, today or tomorrow. And just keep it simple. And then ask somebody that is in what's called your upline. So if this is you, there's somebody that introduced you, and I'm going to put friend, but they may not be presenting, but they have an upline leader that's doing presentation. They will help you. The other thing that we have is we have what's called a video. We have a video that does these presentations as well, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got a video, we've got live presentations that are happening, right? That like this one, that's in a group. We do Zoom presentations that are one-on-one, and then we do launch presentations. Listen, if you're someone that goes, I can get 3 to 5 people for sure, I would do a private Zoom just for you. I would do a private Zoom just for you. Now, what you have to get good at is inviting, number one, and number two, there's a word, it's a word called edify, which means that you build up. It means you say good things. Say good things. About what? About the person, or video. So if it was me and I was working with Raymond and Janie, and I introduced my friend Sherry, I would say, Sherry, I'm so excited. I'm going to introduce you to this couple that have built an international business. They're traveling all over the world and they're helping people like me do the same. And I'm connecting with you with them today. Listen, make sure your phone is turned off. Make sure whatever. We only have 30 minutes of their time. We're going to listen to what they have to say. Hey, Raymond and Janie, thank you for being on this Zoom. I really appreciate it. If you could share this information with my friend Sherry that I've known for over 20 years of my life. She's a phenomenal lady. She's like a second mom to me. But what you guys have done with this company that I'm excited about, that's going to change my family's life. Can you share that information with Sherry, please? And then I'd be quiet. Don't say nothing else and let Raymond and Janie, who are your expert, right? The video can be an expert. This group presentation. So we're doing one on, normally we do Tuesday nights, but because of Christmas Eve, we're going to do Monday night. So Monday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 7:30 Mountain, which is 8:30 Central, which is 9:30 Eastern on this same Zoom. I always wanted to say this, same bat time, same bat channel. If you guys ever watch Batman. Anyways, I'm the real Batman. All right, so the point is that this right here is on Monday. It's on Monday. And then we're going to do another one on Thursday on the same time. So this upcoming week, it'll be before Christmas and right after Christmas. So you can invite people, but you want to build up, edify, talk highly about this Zoom and the people that are doing this. The same if you did a private launch with your upline. The same if it's a one-on-one. You've got to get good at edifying, inviting and edifying. That is your job and your job only. And what we will do is we will help you get your first two. That's what we want to help you do. So you are what's called qualified. This is the first part. The second thing we wanted to help you do is become a part of Club 6. So your membership is free and you have no more payments, because you know what? That means that you made $600 and you got 600 Viago points. And after 12 months, you will have 1,200 Viago points. And then you'll have a gift of 1,000 Viago points. So you will have 2,800 Viago points plus 600 US dollars if you do absolutely nothing else. Think about that. That's what you call a real win, ladies and gentlemen. And the last step today is step number 4, which is training. We want to make sure that you get trained. In Dallas is the next training for North America. South America, it's going to be in Colombia on February 1st and 2nd. And then for Europe and Africa, it's going to be in Dubai in March. So this is March, this is February, and this is January. What I would do is get registered for the next upcoming training in your region, right? For the USA, it's going to be here. Don't miss this event, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm so honored and grateful that you spent Saturday with us. I hope that you take some of this information, put a list together, and start practicing the invite. Send out some text messages. Keep it really simple. Set up an appointment. Talk to the people above you. Whoever introduced you, go, who's above you that's helping us? Ask them, who's above you? If it's your friend or your cousin or your family member, go, who's above you that's helping us? When can we get them to do a private Zoom for me to launch my business? And then you get good at getting people on the Zoom or people into a living room. Just the other day, last Thursday, Janie and Raymond went somewhere and did a live presentation. We do that as well. We come to your living room, your home. We meet at Starbucks. We meet at other coffee shops. We meet with people. But if you're not in the same city, we meet on Zoom. Right? That's what we do, ladies and gentlemen. So keep it simple. Get together with the person that asked you to be here. And number 1, above and beyond, get started. Don't miss this one. Like you've missed other things in your life, don't miss this one. Don't miss it. Number 2, make that list and let's help you invite now. Number 3, we will help you with the presentation. Number 4, we will get you trained. Welcome to Viago. We look forward to helping you finish 2024 stronger than ever, to have the best upcoming year of your life. Have a great one. Happy holidays, everyone. We love you and God bless.